Yeah, introducing the one and only.
Yeah, my childhood was a motherfucker, man. Growing up was very tough. I mean, living in the projects, it was rough. I mean, not only living in poverty, but having that poverty mindset, that poverty mentality. I mean, like I said, I love my mom, rest in peace, mother, but I got a whooping all the time. I mean, got called stupid, got called nigga, black motherfucker, you never gonna be shit, you know. But at the same time, she was very strict and disciplined. She did teach us manners. Um, but we just got so many whoopings, man. We got whoopings with extension cords, uh, belts, beer cans, high heels. I mean, there's so many stories I can go into about the physical abuse and verbal abuse. And I used to talk about the abuse to myself, but like I said, being homeless and being an introverted person, I'm able to reflect upon things, and I've cried over many a nights. And I used to use the verbal abuse and the death of my father as a crutch and to seek attention for people to have sympathy on me. But now that I'm talking about it right now, usually I go into the stories about the abuse and tell the stories about it. Now it's like I can't even really just tell the stories now. So I'm thankful now that even though I can say that I was abused by my mom, I can't even go into the stories. I'll be boohooing and crying right now talking about the abuse that I suffered as a child. As an adult, and I think about those things, and I'm like, damn, man, it was really messed up. And the one thing that I gotta say is not only being introverted, but also I have a child mentality, if you will. Now, not a child that's being immature, but I have a pure, sincere spirit of a child because I'm a Virgo. And part of that pure, sincere spirit of a child is I have naivete. I'm naive about a lot of things. I have these idealistic things in my mind that how things should be and my naivete. And I'm thinking other people should see the same thing and they don't. And as a child, I used to sit in front of the TV a lot and watch the Cosby Show and watch different TV shows that had the family setting. And I always wanted to have my own family like I saw on TV. And like when people in class or whatever, if the teacher asks you what you want to be when you grow up, people say doctor, lawyer, fireman, policeman. I say I want to be a husband. I want to be a father. That's what I wanted to be all my life because I didn't see that in the home. So up to the point I was 17 years old, no stability. So up to the point I was 17 years old, my father was murdered when I was a month old. I have no memories of a dad. My mom keep dating these men in and out our lives. She beating us, she verbally abusing us and all of that. in between that, we go stay at my pawpaw house, my grandfather's house. I get to the story about my grandfather in later videos because he's the reason why I named myself Numdi. Numdi is Igbo name, Nigerian name that means the father lives, the grandfather reincarnated. My grandfather was the one that instilled the pride of being black and gave me the history of black people in America. So my name Numdi is a homage to my grandfather, but we'll talk about that in later videos. But we stayed at my grandfather's house when my mom would drop us off at our grandfather's house. Now my grandfather, that's where we know we was gonna get 3 hots in a cot. That's what we was gonna eat at night. Cause shit, Mom, I don't know what Mama was doing. You know what I'm saying? We're eating shit, and I think about the stuff, man. Sometimes we need to have toilet paper. We have to wipe our ass with newspaper when we eat. We used to have the leftover aluminum pie pans. That was our plates. And she'll put them on the floor on newspaper like we were fucking dogs. That's how I think about it now. But, you know, some people say that, hey, she had to do what she had to do, but oh well. But our grandfather's where we got 3 houses in a cot. So up to 17, my dad died, moved from place to place, got beated on and stuff like that. Mom chasing men all over the country, California, Orlando, Florida, different cities, in Little Rock, different places in Little Rock, Arkansas. So in 89 is when shit just went really crazy. That's when crack came in the hood. My brother that's a year older than me, he gets locked up. He gets life without parole. He gets sent to prison. My mom leaves and goes to California. So now, my grandfather died. I think I was in the 8th grade. He left his house to my mom. My mom then leaves his house and moved to California. So now I'm staying in my grandfather's house by myself, abandoned. No lights. Only light I got going on in the house is the construction barricade light that be flashing, the road hazardous light. That's what I'm using, this light in the living room. So now I'm staying in my grandfather's abandoned house.